think this is video 7 of New Zealand. Subsequent to Cook, New Zealand was visited by numerous European and North American whaling, sealing and trading ships, and later by the sailors on them. They traded European food, metal tools, weapons and other goods for timber, Maori food, artefacts and water. Then they realised they had no food, tools or weapons and traded their ships for these. They then had to swim back to Europe and North America. "Come back soon," yelled the Maori, and pissed themselves laughing. In 1840, the Treaty of Waitangi was signed between the British Crown and various Maori chiefs, bringing New Zealand into the British Empire and giving Maori the same rights as British subjects of the time, i.e. fuck all. From missionaries, the Maori learnt not just about Christianity, but also about European farming practices and trades, and how to read and write. In 1841, Lal Garoop completed the first sentence by a Maori, proudly holding up a sign that read, "Europeans, bugger off." The Maori tribes at first sold their land to the settlers, but the government voided all the sales in 1840. Now only the government was allowed to purchase land from Maori, who received cash. The Maori took the money and made sure they pooed extensively on the land before handing it over. The government bought practically all of the useful land, put it in storage for several years with a tarpaulin over it, then resold it to the New Zealand Company, which promoted immigration, or leased it for sheep runs. Sometimes they doubled up and leased it to immigrant sheep to run on. Because of the vast instances involved, the first settlers were self-sufficient farmers. The second settlers then had to bring over all the animals that the first settlers forgot. Being so self-sufficient, they'd intended to graze the land themselves. The second settlers were aided by Irishman Patrick, O for the Rainbow, head of the Settler Dispatch Unit. Prospective settler: "I'd like to query my cargo, please." "Go ahead. Next, please." "No, I mean I'd like to query my cargo with you." "What's the problem?" "This waybill says I'm taking 4 goats, 2 cows and a giraffe." "Excellent reading. Next, please." No, I want to ask, why am I taking a giraffe?" "Have you got one already?" "No." "There you go. Looks like you got it." In the nick of time. "No, what I want to query is, why does my cargo contain a giraffe? What possible use could there be for one in New Zealand?" Lots of things. Keep the rabbit population down for one thing. Eat all the leaves a giraffe will, then them pesky rabbits will starve to death. Wouldn't the giraffes eat all the top leaves, and the rabbits would just eat the ground food? Oh, excellent jumpers them rabbits be, and there's nothing they like more than nice juicy top leaves. Mad for 'em they be. You wouldn't be able to move for top leaf crazy rabbits jumping up around your head, boing, standing on each other's shoulders to make a rabbit pyramid to get to them, building sophisticated gantries to climb up and feast on them. No, sir, take my word for it, you're going to need a giraffe in New Zealand all right. I'm not convinced, Well, then see a priest. Prospective settler number 2. I'd like to query my cargo. Oh, for a rainbow? Go ahead. Next, please. No, I'd like to query my cargo with you. It says here that I'm taking 2 polar bears. Have I told you about the rabbits in New Zealand and their mad craving for fish?